49 years of living under his guidance. Now, the journey is my own. I must continue to live a life I think he would approve of. A life driven by faith and a love for the outdoors. Spending my days on the water and in the woods, just like he taught me. Welcome to the country. Okay, guys, so what I have on the table here is buckshot, year number 3, number 4, and number 5. I also have Boaz and Little Man, year number 1. So we'll go through these antlers, and I'll show you guys 3 years of growth with buckshot. And then we'll look at Boaz and Little Man on year number 1. So let's start off with year number 3 for buckshot here on the left. So here's number 3 for the left side on buckshot. Long brow tine, split G2, G3, G4. A little bit of a point here for G5, and then at the end be a 6 point on the left for year number 3. Year number 4 here. Still long brow tine, still got that split G2, G3, G4, and he's missing that 5. So he's only a 5 point on year number 4. But he gained a little bit of mass. He didn't grow out. I think he broke the end of that off. If you can see when he was rubbing the velvet off, he broke the end of that. Maybe an inch or 2 right there, and I never did find it. And then here on the back side, he tried to put on a little bit of a kicker right here on the back side. So there's the year 3 to year 4 on the left. So here's year number 5 on the left. Still got that long brow tine, split G2, G3, G4, and he just made a 5, so he's still a 5 point. He did add that little bit of a kicker on the back. If you can look at what it looks like year 4, year 5, it's a little bit bigger right there, so he did add that. He did add some beam length, or he actually didn't break his beam off. So year 4 fits inside of year number 5. So he did get a little bit bigger there. So let's take a look at year 3 on the right side. So he has a split brow here. The G2 doesn't split, but it grows this point kind of straight out from the back. You can see that. And he actually broke that off whenever he was rubbing the velvet off. He broke that G2 completely off the main beam, and I put it back together. G3, G4, G5, G6. So there's a 6 point here on the right, year 3. And he has that little bit of a kicker back here. It actually broke off a little bit when he was rubbing the velvet out. It was a little bit longer. So there he is, year 3. Year 4, he adds a pretty good sized kicker right here. Still split the brow tine. Still has the same dagger coming off the G2, G3, G4, G5, G6. So he's still a 6 point here at year 4. And he still has that same kicker that comes off the back. He actually did not break it that year. So that's what it should have looked like year 3. So year 3 pretty much fits inside year 4. So here he is, year number 5. Still grew that little bit of a kicker. It got a little bit smaller. Still split the brow tine, but it also got a little bit smaller. Still has the little dagger coming off the back, but it's a little bit smaller. So 3, 4, 5. So he's still a 6-point. But he did not grow the kicker off the main beam back here like he did on year 3 and year 4. So that one is missing. But he did get a little bit longer on the 5 out there. You can see the difference there on that number 5. And year 4 fits inside of year number 5. So each year he gets a little bit bigger, but still, you know, the overall shape and the points are pretty similar. The only year that he was a 6x6 was year number 3, and that was the size of his 6th, you know, 6x6 on year 3. So I'd like to see him add that point here on year number 6 for him. Let's take a look at Boaz here. He shed his bases a couple of days ago, and I got them stuck back together. So here he is, year number 1. Here the left side, he's a 4-point. Pretty long brow tine, really long G2, G3, and then he broke the main beam off when he was rubbing the velvet out. This was, you know, another maybe 4 or 5 inches, something like that. I never did find that in the pen, even though I went out there and looked several times. I did not find that point that he broke off there. So you call him a 4-point there. Here on the right side, pretty nice brow tine there. Long G2 again. And he has this odd point coming off the side. I don't know if you could call that a G3 or if you call that a kicker. What you could technically call that. I would say it's a kicker. So I'd say he's a 4-point on the right with a kicker coming off of it, because it really doesn't come up off the main beam. It comes off the back a little bit. So he's got a crab claw here on the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4-point there with a little bit of a kicker. Make him a 5 really. So he's 5x4 there, or 4x4 with that kicker there. Year number 1. And then we have little man right here, year number 1. That's all he grew right there. So pretty much what Boaz did and what little man did, he pretty much, the brow tine is pretty much what little man did compared to Boaz. Now they got different genetics, and genetics makes a world of difference in how these bucks grow and the size of their antlers. Of course, Boaz's dad was a 300-inch plus yearling, so we expected him to really be a pretty big yearling anyway because of those genetics. But we'll see how everything goes this year. Right now, Boaz is doing good. Little man's doing good. Buckshot seems to have a little bit of an issue. He doesn't act like he's feeling real good right now. I gave him some antibiotics a couple of days ago, so we'll see if he comes out of that. Hopefully he snaps out of it and he can get to growing his biggest set at year number 6. He's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger incrementally every year. He hasn't taken big jumps from year to year, but he has steadily gotten a little bit bigger. He changes slightly from year to year like you think they all would, but we'll see how well he does. Hopefully he starts to feeling better and he starts acting better, and he'll be as healthy as he can be to grow the biggest set of antlers he can. So we're going to monitor these guys, give you updates every month, and show you every inch of antler they grow from now till they shed the velvet out, probably late August, early September. So really looking forward to seeing what Boaz does, especially this year. What little man does, like I said, we don't expect him to do a whole lot, but you never know, he could blow up and be something special. So Anyway, stay tuned for those videos coming up next 5, 6, 7 months, whatever it is, as we watch these bucks grow out for the whole summer. So I want to thank you guys for watching.